course, they'll look for him leaking out on the break. And Rashad has to pay attention to that.
So Lewis got a test of muscle over the weekend. Now it's a test of endurance against a trackster out there, huh?
No question about it.
The ball tipped, controlled by the Phoenix Suns, and we are underway as the Suns set up in a half court. And here's Marion immediately dashing to the baseline, and Allen trying to guard him out on the wing, and a bump and a foul. Mike Callahan, Bill Kennedy, and Benny Adams, who just made that call, are officials tonight. It is Allen's first foul, and Sean Marion will head to the free throw line.
Well, right there, what happened is the ball went on the wing. It looked like Seattle was kind of caught in a zone. And as soon as Sean Marion saw that, he took off to the basket, forcing Ray Allen to have to pay attention to him.
Marion went to Vincennes Junior College, Vincennes, Indiana, for a number of years. A basketball factory, JUCO, preparing them for the next step, and then on to UNLV. Marion hits a couple of free throws, and the Suns are out on top. You know, I'm always looking for Hoosier ties in any way I can. Here's Allen to the top of the key. Looking to Lewis, he pops out, closely guarded by Marion. Allen will square and fire, miss it. Rebound to Collison. Tried to swing it outside to set up a play, deflected out of bounds. It'll be Sonic ball.
Well, the one thing that the Suns are doing better this year, Kevin, now they're not a great defensive team, but they do play you better than they did in the last couple of years. They'll challenge you. They'll get out in the passing lanes. They'll try and help out. But if you give us a wide open shot, and that's what I love about Rashad and Ray, is that both of those guys can stretch the floor.
Here's Jones outside. He's a good perimeter shooter. Not this time from the elbow. Rebound to Collison. That is his second. Ridnour off the screen, drives and probes, kicks it, gets it back, 15 to shoot. Collison will pick on the side, then will roll. Ridnour trying to meet him off a knee and rolls out to Lewis. 10 to shoot. Lewis trying to rub off Marion on the screen. Stoudemire steps out but slipped, allowing Lewis a free look. Missed it. Rebound deflected to Barbosa. Out to Amari Stoudemire, a jumping jack. He'll feed it outside and then will post. He had a little one on in there for a moment. Swing it to Bell. He's got an open three and he nails it. There's only two other guys in the NBA that have hit more three-point shots than Raja Bell. He has 129 made coming into tonight's play.
Well, that's the one thing Phoenix is still doing, is they're going to get the ball up the court quick. And I like that about their offense, is that if they see a guy ahead, they're going to throw it up. And what a putback by Collison.
Stoudemire may be explosive, but Collison, by comparison over the last game and then in the opening minutes here tonight, seems to be just as explosive this time on the follow. Lenny, a beautiful play, as you said.
It really is. And we said Collison's not a spectator, so a shot goes up, he's going to the basket, and he gets good position. He has good timing. He can score against his team. He realized that in the last game. So I'm looking for him to have a decent game against the Suns tonight.
And you saw once again Ridnour and Collison running pick and roll. Ridnour, the runner, wouldn't go. Tipped out by the Phoenix Suns, and Ridnour looking for Wilcox rolling to the bucket, but he had other ideas. He was going to the opposite side. It goes out of bounds, a Sonic turnover.
Yeah, I would like to see that play go from Luke to Rashad, who was on the wing there, and then in, because it's a little easier. That's always a tough pass. Even when you make the pass, it's a tough pass.
And Barbosa has trouble on a dribble handoff to Amari Stoudemire, and there was some miscommunication on that play as well, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be Sonic ball.
That's why at the beginning of the game I said I would pressure them a little bit, because all of a sudden you got Barbosa and you got Raja Bell having to handle the ball probably more than they would like.
Boris Diaw out. He gets 5 assists a game. Here's Allen, a three-pitch, and he nailed it. So the Phoenix Suns once again letting go under the screen out high, allowing the Sonic shooter an open look.
Yeah, well, if you let Ray Allen shoot the ball outside, or Rashad Lewis, you go under the screen on them, they're going to capitalize.
Jones misfires. Allen all over the rebound. In fact, he rips it away from Collison. That would have been his fourth. Here's Allen in the front court, sets up Bell on a Wilcox screen, dumps it to Nick. Swings to Lewis, over to Ridnour. Ball moving rapidly, 14 to shoot. In low left, Wilcox backs double to Ridnour. Got to hit that, and he did.
Well, see, they're going to come back and double on Wilcox, and we talked about posting him and Collison up. And that time, Wilcox was really smart about it in getting the ball back out to the trigger man, who was Luke Ridnour, and he nails the shot.
Marion got off a quick pitch, wouldn't go, one and done. Sonics the other way. Allen off the stack up top, gives to Lewis. It comes off the split down the lane. Tried to kick it, intercepted by Barbosa. Ahead to Bell. One dribble enough, intended for Marion, broken up by Wilcox. Good play.
Well, good transition defense by Seattle. They got to get back down the floor because you know that the Suns want to get out and run. They want to beat you down the floor and get a scoring opportunity.
Gotta locate Marion on the break at all times. On the inbounds, Barbosa. Rednauer over the top of the pick. And illegal defensive 3 seconds whistle on the Sonics. So the Suns will have a free throw and possession. The Phoenix Suns, following the All-Star break, will have a road game at Los Angeles against the Clippers. And they anticipate getting everyone back at that time. Boris Diaw, Kirk Thomas, who has been out since January 15th with a hyperextended elbow. There you see him. He's just been cleared to work out with the team. And Steve Nash, who's trying to take care of some soreness and inflammation in the right shoulder.
Well, I thought that was a good decision by the Phoenix Suns because you got plenty of time to get everybody back and then make a great run. Because, you know, every team that comes out in the second half is pushing for a playoff run.
Now on the jump pass intended for Collison, deflected, and Wilcox alertly flicks it over the neck, and he lays it in. That's a terrific play by Chris.
That's great alertness on Chris's part because that ball was deflected by Phoenix, and he alertly tipped it to Collison.
And that's a 9-0 run, Lenny, to take a 7-point lead now for the Sonics. The Suns really have not gotten to the rim yet. The Suns 1 of 5 shooting, and they have thrown up 3, make it 4 3-point attempts, and have hit 2 of those as Barbosa launches and hits.
Well, he's improved tremendously. He's become just an outstanding NBA player. This young man has worked real hard, and he adds much to that team.
The Brazilian now in his 4th year. Jones misses a post-up jump hook off the mark, deflected by 2 Sonics out of bounds. Jones stepping in for Boris Diaw, who ordinarily would be at that forward position. Stoudemire up top playing the 5-roll. Jabs right, moves left, powers up the shot. Collison bodied him. Good defense. Rebound though to Jones. He'll lazily lay up a reverse miss, and rebound to Collison is 4th, and the outlet to Allen. Ahead to Wilcox. Again, the ball tipped, but it came right through the clutter to Chris. Made the catch and the lay-in.
Well, here again, we talked about Seattle getting out and pushing the ball because they can run against this team. This is not a great team in transition defense. They're great offensively, but defensively, their transition defense really isn't what it should be, not for the quickness they have.
And the Suns unable to run if they're not getting rebounds. The Sonics have outboarded them 7-2, and the Sonics shooting 54%, so there haven't been a lot of defensive rebounds to be had.
That was a great read by Ray Allen. He got that ball out and got it up the court quickly. And, you know, the thing that happens a lot is guys get anxious. The Phoenix Suns are so used to scoring. Seattle's playing some pretty good defense. They're just not letting them go to the basket, and that's making it difficult for them right now.
They were all over Sean Marion on that play, and rolls off for Marion out of bounds. It'll be Sonic basketball. There were 3 Sonics around Marion converging on the ball. Rednauer swings it to Lewis at the edge, drops it low to Collison, turns to the middle, snakes a little shot by Stoudemire. Good move, couldn't finish. And it's Sean Marion with a rebound. Marion in the corner. Defensively, Lenny, what difference does Lewis make to the Sonics?
I think he's huge because the thing is that Rashad can rebound, he can guard a 2, he can guard a 3, and some 4s he can guard. Also, he runs the floor extremely well. So that gives him another guy on the wing. And last but not least of all, he can help stretch the floor.
We were talking to the assistant coach of the Sonics, Gordon Chiesa, before the game. He says Lewis is an invaluable rebounder in the zone, and that's harder than people know.
It really is, because a lot of guys, when you play zone defense, they're so used to covering an area that they take their eyes off of where they should be. Now, right there, Rashad shows you his value in that he can stretch the floor with the 3-point shot.
That's his 2nd tonight. He comes in shooting 36% from 3, sparkling 45 from the field and 89 from the line. To the baseline, Barbosa snakes a pass out to Jones. James Jones threads his way through a double team over to Stoudemire. Leaps into the air and missed this one over Wilcox. The rebound and Collison is tipped. Rednauer running. Finds Lewis spotted up. Fakes the jumper. Jones right with him. 17 to shoot. Rednauer balances the floor on a Collison pick. The floater off the left foot over Stoudemire. Not there, but Collison towering over Barbosa. Taps it up and in. Sonics lead 19-8, and the Suns need a timeout.
Well, they got to take a timeout after that because Seattle is really up. inspired tonight. You know, they're playing something. They're very aggressive. They seem to have the intensity that you need to play against a team like this. And Rashard Lewis, you know, if you don't guard him, he is showing you that he's picking up right where he left off before he got hurt.
Now every Chevrolet comes with something other vehicles don't. Great memories. Because now until February 28th, when you buy or lease any new Chevy car, truck, or SUV, you'll receive a certificate for a 4-day cruise, valid for 2 guests on Carnival Cruise Lines. Get any Chevy, get a cruise. Plus, for 7 days only, buy almost any 07 Chevy and get 0% APR financing. Offer ends February 20th. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealers or visit us at northwestchevydealers.com.
Free Beef. It's back at Les Schwab. Over 4 decades of honoring the farmers and ranchers of America. And a chance to thank you, our customer. Party pack or fresh from the freezer. Company-wide, we're giving our customers over $1 million worth of free beef with the tires they buy.
A big extra at no extra charge.
Choose from the West's largest selection of tires with prices starting at just $19.99.
Free beef now at the Les Schwab sign.
Beautiful.
We're about to see some very difficult combinations. Oh!
That's gotta hurt.
She's back up.
Oh! She's gonna feel that one in the morning.
And lifting up.
Oh!
Oh, what was he thinking?
Yeah, looks like he's thinking Arby's. Like our delicious French dip, freshly sliced oven-roasted beef on a toasted French roll with a side of hot savory au jus. So tasty, it'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
5:24 left, first quarter. Sonics rolling, a 19-8 lead.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, right there, Collison, I mean, he had 6 of the Sonics' 10 rebounds tonight, and 3 of them on the offensive board. But they're out running the floor. They're doing all the things that we talked about, and they got that energy tonight. You know, Kevin, 2 of the toughest games I think to play is the one just before the All-Star break because everyone's thinking about being off, and the one right after it because everybody had come back from having a good time.
And Gary Payton used to tell me all I could think about were the pretty lights up on the hill in Cancun, he said. So, Gary, you're not going to Cancun. You're going to the All-Star game. 10 to shoot. Jones double. Cross court to Barbosa. In the corner comes to Bell. Sonic zone up now. Here's the shot offered up by Jones outside. Short rebound garnered by Marion to Barbosa. Now Stoudemire breaks open in the paint. Nice laser pass for the lay-in.
Well, that's one of the things you have to do against a zone. If you're not making outside shots, you got to swing the ball, and you have to have someone knife through the middle. That time, Stoudemire did an excellent job of getting there.
Lewis pumps a skip pass cross court. Ridnour for 3 missing. Collison in a tip match. Stoudemire has the edge. Rips it away in the front court to Sean Marion. We'll swing it to Barbosa up top. Steve Nash, 2-time MVP, remember, led the league in assists when he went out 4 games ago. They lost to both Chicago and Atlanta. Got buried by those 2 teams in Phoenix. Here's Stoudemire shooting. And not in time, a 24-second shot clock violation. And they narrowly beat Portland in Portland. They would have lost that game, but Travis Outlaw missed a game-winning lay-in in regulation. So without Nash lifetime, they are 4-11, 2-3 this year without the 2-time MVP.
Anytime you take your best player out of the lineup, it's a huge adjustment, you know. I mean, already you see that the Suns have 4 turnovers to Seattle's 2. And a lot of that has to do because there are different guys out there. And Jones has had a couple of those turnovers himself.
Sonics with a handle. 4 turnovers on the Suns. Sonics with possession. 6 to shoot. Collison fakes, drives, kicks to Ridnour. Get off the shot. They will. Wilkins, good mid-range shot, missed it. Wilcox trying to keep it alive. Tip to the sideline. Wilcox scrambles after it and nearly collides with assistant coach Chad Sigma. Avoids him. Rajah Bell was over there as well. Last touch by Wilcox. It'll be Phoenix ball.
Well, that's always an interesting call by the official to me. I just think it should be a no call. Both players are hustling for the ball. It's incidental contact.
Wilcox picking up the foul. That's just his first on the wing. Stoudemire will trigger and miss. And the rebound recovered by Wilcox. That's his second. And again, the Sonics are into front court with that defensive rebound. They have outboarded the Suns now 11-7.
Well, they should. I think they can control the boards if they really go at it. And right now, the way that Wilcox and Collison are playing, and that's where Rashard Lewis helps a lot because he is a good rebounder as well.
Allen with a tough step back over traffic. He has 5. Barbosa's shot blocked by Collison. The ball grabbed by Stoudemire, but tied up by Nick. Pat Burke's going to take a whack at it, but he is hammered by Wilcox. And Pat Burke now will go to the line on the second foul to Chris Wilcox.
Well, Seattle's very, very active out there. Wilcox picks up his second foul, which means, 3 minutes in the first quarter, you got to get him out of there a little bit. But right there, great shot by Ray Allen. Hey, he shows you every night why he's an all-star.
Pat Burke at the line, 33-year-old, born in Dublin, Ireland. Giving the Phoenix Suns a little bit of backup, a real test for the Phoenix Suns bench at this point in time. Burke wouldn't ordinarily be playing, but Kurt Thomas out with an injury. Thomas means a lot to this group. He's a guy that can get 10 points and 5 rebounds as a starter at center for this Phoenix team. They're going to be fine in the second half. They will play Dallas twice home and away. If it's #1 seed they're worried about, they'll have a chance to get a hold of that. Here's Allen. Nice pass to Petro. Tried to redirect it on the catch, but reaching in was Marion and a foul call.
Well, you were talking about Kurt Thomas earlier. Kurt Thomas played for me in New York, and he was an anchor. He ran the screen and roll so well. And the other thing that he did was he always played well against Dallas.
2:49 left in the first quarter. Sonics 21, Suns 12. When we come back, Clayton Bennett is in Seattle, and we're going to talk to him in just a moment here on FSA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
President's Day only comes once a year, and to celebrate, GMC has a commanding offer. 0% financing on almost every 07. Like 0% for 60 months on the Sierra Classic. Hurry, 5 days only, then this term ends. See your participating Northwest GMC dealers by February 20th.
People say when I grow up, I should be like my dad. My dad's food makes people happy.
Like his new sirloin steak and mushroom ciabatta with marinated sirloin steak, seasoned mushrooms, real provolone, and grilled onions on his famous ciabatta bread.
But I don't want to make steak sandwiches. I want to be a vegetarian. Vegetarians are the best. What I like most about vegetarians is when my dog hurt his paw, we took him to the veterinarian and he got all better.
To sell 100,000 Nissans in one single event. That means record-breaking deals on high-performing Nissans. Like 1,000 Nissan cash back on the 2007 Nissan Xterra. 100,000 Nissans in one event. So, ladies and gentlemen, get to your Nissan dealer now and start your savings.
2:49 left in the first quarter. Seattle leading Phoenix 21-12. Yesterday, Clayton Bennett, Lenny Wilkins heading to the Senate Ways and Means Committee, where they had some information to reveal to us and to you fans out there as well. Clayton Bennett is with us. Clay, good to see you again. I know you've been extremely busy. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hello on the big broadcast tonight. 24 hours after your appearance there yesterday, what are your feelings now about how things went?
Well, I hope the presentation was well received. It was meant to be informative and to outline what our proposition is, and I think we were able to convey a lot of good information. But we're in a very challenging process, and we're early on, so we're just going to continue to keep working hard.
Clayton, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me you folks are trying to, in a very short period of time, work through a process that ordinarily takes a year to a year and a half. Am I correct?
Oh, I'm not so sure it wouldn't take longer, Kevin.
Okay.
It's very, very difficult. A lot of moving parts and a very difficult construction project just on its own, notwithstanding all the issues we're dealing with. So it's a compressed time frame, but we're committed to hang in there and get the work done.
Well, the Renton site certainly is an exciting site, and I know the folks down there were reacting very positively to that. There's so much growth potential growth in that area, with an arena being a multi-purpose arena being the hub of that growth down there.
We think so. Both sites, both Bellevue and Renton, are terrific sites and terrific municipalities, and but we felt, I think, in the end that the real potential for new economic vitality in that region was compelling. So I agree, and the response we're getting is very, very positive.
What will the next step be, Clayton? I understand, obviously, you're going to go to the All-Star game, represent the Sonics there with Ray Allen. You're thrilled about that, I'm sure. Next week, are you back in front of the legislative body?
We do come back for a House Finance Committee meeting. I'm not sure the date of that, but we'll be highly involved in the legislative process and probably be pretty active in that through the end of the session at the end of April. So it's day-to-day work, and at the same time working hard to keep our eye on the business and do what we can to help contribute to the success of the team and the operation.
Clay, I really believe that people are finally getting the message that we need their support, but also that this is a multi-purpose building. So I thought that your message was picked up very well yesterday.
Well, I hope so, Lenny, and that's really what it's all about. It's not a building for the Sonics. The Sonics are a part of the building, and we think we can be a big part of the building. But it's about having this new facility that will deliver so much to this region for years to come. And I hope that message is getting across. And we do need people that support the Sonics and support the idea of a new building to weigh in and get involved and help us, because we're in a really short time frame, and the elected leadership certainly does respond to interested citizens and their letters and emails. So I hope we can count on our fans and people that have an interest in this project to get involved.
Clay, have some fun down there in Vegas. You're not going to get any rest down there. We know that.
Well, that's probably true. That's probably true. But I look forward to it, and I'm thrilled for Ray. He's deserving, and I just think it's great that he made the team.
Thanks for being part of the broadcast tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
A win always helps, obviously, come All-Star time. Clayton Bennett with us here on the broadcast on FSN. 24-15 our count. Sonics leading the Suns with 1:18 to go in the first quarter of play. 23% the Phoenix Suns shooting the ball now. 4 for 17. Stoudemire 1 of 5. And James Jones 0 for 4. The Suns 2 of 5 from 3. Meantime, the Sonics 10 of 20 from the field and have out-rebounded the Suns 12-9 and have forced a number of turnovers on the Suns. 5 turnovers on the Phoenix Suns. Collison leading the way with 6.7 rebounds, and Allen with that dunk you saw a moment ago now with 7 points for the Supes.
Well, the Sonics playing with a lot of intensity tonight. They're very lively. They're moving the ball. And the one thing that you can do, look at Collison get a great tip. I mean, he's up on his toes tonight. But you can run against this team. You can score against this team. So anybody that can score can play with the Phoenix Suns.
Stoudemire misses. Burke misses on the foul. Grabs his own miss and muscles it up and in. Collison has 8 points and 8 rebounds. And I got to believe that he has a real comfort level playing the Phoenix Suns based on what he did the last time, right?
No question about it. He remembers that, and every player knows that when against certain teams, you bring your best game. He knows he can do that against this team.
Marcus Banks, the youngster out of UNLV, goes under the pick. And the Suns have done that consistently in the first quarter, and Watson makes him pay. He throws a dart of about 18 feet. Here's Stoudemire on the elbow. He'll release and miss. Nope. Actually, shooters rolled in. We're so used to seeing Stoudemire and Marion flying up there for those lob passes from Steve Nash. Now they've become jump shooters.
That's exactly right, and that's why they're so beatable. Because without Steve Nash, they do not have a point guard that can come in behind Steve and make those kind of plays. So all of a sudden, you're seeing them play a little different style right now.
Sonics on top here by 7. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Watson wants a screen. Fires to Collison. 2 to shoot. Releases from 18. Rolls it out and rolls in. How about that? Collison with 10 points, 8 rebounds in the first quarter. Played all 12 minutes. Had just 1 foul. And the Sonics lead here 30-21.
I tell you, someone's loosened the rims up a little bit.
The number 23 Anyone finding a resemblance to characters in his book, proceed no further.
It's like my childhood, my memories, imitating my life.
Somebody wrote a book about Dad?
My driver's license, social security number, it's all 23. The author, it's as if he chose me.
What about the fact that he becomes a killer?
A killer? What's happening to me?
This is not who you are. You wouldn't hurt anyone.
How do you know? The number 23, rated R, February 23rd.
Achieve MPG happiness. Observe huge cabinosity. Explore precision steerology. Introducing a new kind of crossover vehicle, the highly enlightened Kia Rondo. Welcome to Rondoism.
It's television's most prestigious fishing tournament. FLW Outdoors.
Look at the bend in that rod.
The ultimate weekly challenge in competitive fishing.
Woo! Huge fish.
Follow the world's top anglers as they go head-to-head in a race to hook the day's most elusive catch. And battle it out for the right to be crowned world champion. FLW Outdoors, Sundays on FSN.
We got a party to save.
Be tall!
At the end of one, the Sonics leading the Phoenix Suns 30-21. Ray Allen 7 points. Nick Collison 10 points, 8 rebounds. Shoot Collison, the way he plays against Phoenix, he'll be in that All-Star game before long.
That's right, and he's got to love seeing them every time they come. But Seattle's only had 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and that's because they're shooting like almost 55%. Phoenix is 26%, so they're getting to the line. You know, they've made 7 out of 8.
Earl Watson step back, caught rim, free ball, grabbed by Johan Petro, who answers the bell here in the second. Along with Wilcox and Lewis. Watson out there, coming off the screen. Wilkins in the corner. Lewis will come to the ball, 13 to shoot. Watson high on the right, one-on-one ISO on Burke, drives in, going lefty, and is fouled as a smaller defender stepped up to get him. Leandro Barbosa got a hand in there.
Well, I'll tell you, Earl Watson was real smart on that play, I thought, because what he did when he went to the basket, his follow-through is what got the foul for him. So, good play by Earl.
Stay tuned after the game for FSN Live as we'll wrap up tonight's Sonics action, plus highlights from tonight's Huskies-Cougar matchup. And Brad Adam reports from Peoria. That's Arizona, not Illinois, as Mariner pitchers and catchers arrive in Arizona. FSN Live after the game on FSN. Peoria, Illinois. Home of the Bradley Braves. Here's Banks outside. 20-footer. Good. Marcus Banks, who began his career with the Boston Celtics. Traded midway through the year last year in the Serbiak deal to Minnesota and signed by the Phoenix Suns as a free agent. Wilkins double. Wilcox drives in, knocks Banks asunder, and a foul. Looked like Banks may have been in the restricted area. We do not have benefit of the replay. The official down there, Bill Kennedy, on the scene. Now we'll take a look.
He's outside of it.
He is outside, yeah. That's a good call. But it is the third foul on Wilcox.
Yeah, now you got to get him out of the game, too. Only because it's real early and he's playing well. So you get Collison to come back in, and then maybe, just maybe, you keep him out for the rest of the quarter so that in the second half he's not inhibited because he got 3 fouls.
Barbosa goes to work. The Brazilian off the screen. Cross-court kick to Banks. Hey, he knocks down another one. Banks was a 2-guard at UNLV and tried to transform him at this level to a point guard.
Well, you know something? He could be the X factor because he hasn't played much. With Nash there, and the minutes have gone to Nash, Barbosa, and also to...
Well, Diaz gets a little time at point. Remember, he played point in Atlanta.
No question about it. And I meant to say Roger Bell also. So usually that doesn't leave a whole lot of time for him.
Barbosa outside, triggering, missing. Collison, another rebound. 9 boards. Watson on the run. Left side to Lewis. Squeezes off a jumper, and it's a 3. It's for Lewis. Lewis now with 9, and the Sonics been 4 or 5 from beyond the arc. Barbosa slides laterally, top of the key off a pick, and an illegal screen set.
Well, we'll get a chance to take a look right there. Watson gets the ball up the court quick, and that's what Seattle can do against this team, is they can score in transition. So the transition offense is working so far.
Wilkins misses the dunk, and Banks comes down with a solid green light on and drills another one from the right side of the gym in front of his bench. He's 3 for 3.
You got to start to pay attention to him now because he's 3 for 3. He's making shots, and this is an opportunity for him to play a little bit. But they're still going under the screens. That's amazing.
And Earl hits another one. Banks now operating. Up it comes in the post. Kick out by Amari. Banks runs the string, missed the shot. Burke with a rebound, but a loose ball foul call. It's a second on Burke. Burke out of Auburn. Played internationally for a number of years before coming to the NBA. He's a 30-year-old rookie. He's an imposing looking figure out there with a shaved head. Sonics by 10.
That might be why he's picking up a couple cheap fouls.
Here's Wilkins looking to Lewis, trying to work Jones down on the block. Beats to the flashing Watson. He tried to circle by Burke, but put the dribble off his own foot out of bounds. Sonic turnover. They're 6th, 3rd here in the quarter.
Well, that's the other dimension that Rashard Lewis gives you. He was so good at that mid-post up range because if guys really crowded him, he'd wheel off and go right to the basket. If he had someone small on him, he'd turn and just shoot over him.
Jones to the baseline fading. Had a hand in his face and hit the side of the glass. Collison a double-double tonight with that rebound. Watson dribble handoff to Lewis, fakes the 3 over to Earl. Rocker steps, drives, hooks it outside to Collison, giving to Lewis for 3-0. Rebound dug out of there by Petro. Nice job. Stoudemire had anchored himself to Petro, and with one hand he was able to dig that one out of the...
Boy, Seattle's really alert tonight. I mean, they're playing some inspired basketball. Everybody seems to have a lot of energy out there on the court.
Lewis doubled, open shooter. Watson singing, knocks down another one. Watson 3 of 4. Quickly, the Suns up the court to Amari. Petro defense, and Stoudemire misses the shot. He's hopping mad. So is Mike D'Antoni. Sonics head the other way. Lewis shakes the defender, goes to the rim, reverses up and under. Nope. Petro comes over Burke, and a loose ball foul on the Sonics. Good action with 8:04 left in the second period. A timeout called on the floor, Lenny. Sonics by 12.
Well, you knew this would be an exciting game. And right here, Watson makes the pass inside. Richard reads it. Petro screens. He knocks down a 2-point shot. That's great play on the floor. Great action.
Your life, your car, connected. The Acura TSX. Acura. Advance.
Is life getting to you?
You just have to honor the correct price. You got that?
I can't do this many leaves for $10.
On March 2nd, 4 friends.
We need to get away.
Road trip?
2,000 miles.
Now, what do we have here? You wearing pants?
No.
How wild
What did you do? I blew up their bar.
can it get?
I wanted to say something funny, but all I could think of was black jokes. Please, do tell.
Wild Hogs. Rated PG-13.
What's making the competition sweat?
class exclusive all-wheel drive, Smart Money Magazine's best new car value, Ford Fusion. Everything you love in a car, in everything you'll love from Ford. Now get our best value on Fusion with a 0 down, $249 a month lease. Only at your Northwest Ford stores.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by
Join Best Western Speed Rewards and earn valuable points or miles at any Best Western hotel. Points are redeemable for all sorts of rewards, including exclusive NASCAR licensed merchandise. Join today at bestwesternracing.com.
Well, Nick Collison had 29 points, 21 rebounds when the clubs last met in the Valley of the Sun back on January the 9th. Tonight, he already has a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds locked in.
Well, I'll tell you, right there, both he and Wilcox are very alert out there on the floor. And going against Phoenix, Stoudemire is really a forward, and so is Burke. So really, that makes it easier for Nick to play against him. But also, Nick has shown great patience. He's not picking up cheap fouls, and that's allowing him to stay in the game. And if you can keep him in the game, you expect big things.
Sonics zone up. Andre Brown is in the lineup for the Sonics. Banks drives and kicks. And in the corner, James Jones with a splash. Jones had missed his previous 5 attempts. Finally knocks that one down. 10-point Sonic lead. 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Another lob inside to Collison, who found himself defended by Marcus Banks. And immediately Watson throws over the top to Nick. He's fouled. No shots. Sonics bringing in bounds.
Well, that was great action there because Marcus Banks switched. And you never switch going down to the corner, especially on a big guy like Collison. You try and get back and hope that you get a little bit of help.
Driving into the lane was Wilkins. Man, he took a hard bump in midair. Now the Suns are protesting because Wilkins did not put up a shot, but he clearly was in the act of shooting. He got jammed so hard he couldn't get off the shot. Mike D'Antoni says, "You got to be kidding me! He didn't shoot the ball." Third foul on Burke. Who hit him so hard he wasn't able to shoot the shot.
Yeah, Mike thought it should have been a traveling call because Damian came down with both hands on the ball. He really hadn't released it. So right now, I expect him to get a technical foul.
He's coming close. Sonic legend Spencer Haywood will have his number 24 jersey retired in a special ceremony on February the 26th. And all Sonics in attendance receive a collector's edition print featuring the retired jerseys presented by KeyBank. Don't miss this night. Get your tickets now at Supersonics.com. 17 to shoot, and Stoudemire will. Knocks down an elbow jump shot. Stoudemire now 3 for 9 with 6 on the night, and the Suns shooting 36%.
Well, I'll tell you, Kevin, they really miss Nash because he gets to the basket. He gets people easy layups. He gives people opportunities to get to the foul line. So when him not in there, they're relying strictly on jump shots.
And Watson now goes right at the body of Marcus Banks. It's a running diagonal push shot on the run. Beautiful play. Suns come the other way. Watson with 10 off the bench, 4 of 5 shooting in 8 minutes. Banks steps out off the pick. Missed this one. Brown the recovery. Watson churning with a dribble the other way. Wilkins trying to loop inside on Banks. Nice lob over the top of Banks. Wilkins lands with it, then goes up the lane home.
Well, that was a patient 2-man game by Damian and Earl Watson. I mean, I thought that they milked it, they read it, they didn't get in a hurry, and then that allowed them to take advantage of that situation there.
Seattle by 14, 6 minutes left, second quarter. Stoudemire will again attempt to open up the Sonic defense, and jackknifes into the air for his second jumper in a row.
Well, they're going to keep continuing trying to post up Damian there, hoping that they can get either legal defense or get Damian going to the basket. They achieved their goal because I think they get an illegal defense this time.
Indeed they do. So the Sonics have free throw possession when we come back. Seattle showing great patience right there, Lenny, waiting for Wilkins to take the smaller man to the torture chamber.
And that's what you have to do. You cannot give up the position once you get it. So stay there, and that's what Damian did.
Want to save some money this year? Ask a financial planner how.
Insulate.
Carpooling, anyone?
Credit card interest. Ouch.
Where else can you cut expenses?
Your communication services.
Add up what you're paying for internet, cable TV, and phone.
Compare it with Quest.
You'll be wowed.
Wow.
Call 1-866-4BEST-FOR-YOU and get Quest high-speed internet, direct TV service, and digital voice, all for one low price. Smart choices. That's our spirit of service.
Now every Chevrolet comes with something other vehicles don't. Great memories. Because now until February 28th, when you buy or lease any new Chevy car, truck, or SUV, you'll receive a certificate for a 4-day cruise, valid for 2 guests on Carnival Cruise Lines. Get any Chevy, get a cruise. Plus, for 7 days only, buy almost any 07 Chevy and get 0% APR financing. Offer ends February 20th. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealers or visit us at northwestchevydealers.com.
Need some tissue, sir, ma'am?
On February 23rd,
Don't hate, lady.
Reno's finest are hitting the big screen.
You guys are smart guys, right?
No, we're not.
Reno 911 Miami, the movie. Rated R, only in theaters.
Feed your inner Baja and turn up the taste at Taco Del Mar. Try our new made-to-order Mondo platters, only at Taco Del Mar.
Sonics basketball on FSN brought to you by Emerald Queen Casino on I-5, the entertainment capital of the Northwest, by Taco Del Mar, featuring Mondo burritos and Rippin' Fish tacos, by Money Tree, your cash solution, and by your Western Washington Toyota dealers, moving you forward. Welcome back. Along with Lenny Wilkins, Kevin Calabro on hand. The Sonics leading Phoenix 45-33, 5:52 left in the second period. The All-Star Ray Allen back in the lineup for the Sonics tonight as an added feature on tonight's broadcast. We're going to put a picture within a picture for you and just watch Ray Allen and what he has got to go through to get off a shot. Now, some of that pressure obviously has been alleviated with Rashard Lewis back in the lineup, Lenny, which makes even more fantastic what he has done over the last 19 games, of course, without 17 of those without Rashard Lewis, drawing double teams and triple teams just about every night. Allen still was able to get huge numbers.
Yeah, no question about it, and that shows you the greatness of him as a player. But you'll see that he works very hard, because as they move the ball around, you know, Ray is very patient. He's not going to move until it's time to get something open. Right there, they're looking on the screen and roll. Now here he comes, and they don't get a shot off that opportunity. So that isolation that time didn't show you how he has to run off of single screens, double screens, how people are stepping out on him, trapping him. Hopefully we get a better angle or a better look at it later on.
It did show, of course, Rajah Bell guarding him, and Bell, a very tough, determined defender who's had some run-ins and spats with Ray Allen because of his physical defense. Here's Barbosa outside, 8 to shoot, triggering, missing, rebound to Lewis. Sonics wheel out on a 13-point lead.
Yeah, and again, you know, they're getting the ball up the court quick, and that gives them a lot of time to get stuff done. I like that. I don't like walking the ball up the floor. I think it takes away too much time from you.
Allows the defense to get set. Here's Barbosa, drop pass to Jones, 18 to shoot. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Gone all Seattle's way. The Sonics shooting 51%. The Suns just 36%. Violation on the Sonics. Legal defensive 3 seconds. So possession and free throw. That's the third on the Sonics tonight. Who are trying to zone this Phoenix basketball team.
Well, they're trying to get a step on defense, trying to help each other. And that time, Collison got caught a foot in the lane because the ball was on the right side of the floor, and he was anticipating that he's going to come in there and help. But, you know, if you step in there and now you got to do something, you either got to go or you got to get back out. He was in no man's land.
Marion hits the free throw. The Suns swinging and playing with 11 to shoot. Stoudemire high elbow left side, checked by Collison. Screens down for Barbosa into the lane. Jump pass to Marion. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Barbosa a 3, drilled it with 1 on the shot clock.
I'll tell you, both teams are shooting the ball really well. You know, Seattle is controlling the boards, but both teams are shooting the ball reasonably well this quarter.
Allen off a pick. The jumper. Marion hits the other way. Bell fakes the 3. Barbosa, he's hit 2 threes tonight. Fakes and drives in between 2 defenders. Missed a shot. Stoudemire with an explosive rebound, but Andre Brown reaches in from behind to tie him up. This should be interesting. Stoudemire and Brown to jump it up.
Well, that time Stoudemire didn't create any space. You know, he got the rebound. He's on the inside, but you got to create space right there because everybody in this league can jump. Brown makes a great block.
Stoudemire had 2 separate, different knee surgeries, and over the past years played just 3 games coming into this year's play. He's about 85%, according to Phoenix Insiders, physically, of what he was at the height of his skills 2 years ago. Here's Lewis to the baseline. Jump stops, following jumper, good, beautifully done.
Well, that was the 7th turnover for Phoenix, and so that was a great play because Ray Allen got his hand on the ball, and they got him up the court quick. Seattle capitalizes on the turnover. There's another one. Ray Allen in the passing lane. Now he gets the ball up the court quick.
Flattened by James Jones. And a foul on Jones.
Well, you know, Jones could not get out of the way. Right, right here. He's trying to slow Ray down, and that's a forearm. And Ray, being the professional that he is, he's going to get up and go to the foul line and knock down both. And that's how you get back at people. Make them pay from the line.
Allen, an 89% free throw shooter. Sticks this one. 49-37 to count. Banks will come back in. The NBA's Western Conference team obviously had some injuries, with the most recent being Steve Nash, and then the ankle to Allen Iverson sidelined him, so the commissioner stepped up and named Mehmet Okur, the Utah Jazz, as a replacement in essence for Carlos Boozer, who's out with a broken leg, representing the Utah Jazz. They needed representation. They lead the division after all. And then with Nash out, it opened it up for a guard, and that meant Ray Allen would take over. Here's Marion with a quick pitch. Missed that one. It sails out of bounds.
You know, I love Sean Marion, his hustle, great player, but that's the ugliest shot I've ever seen.
3:13 left, second quarter. Collison to Texter in with a 2-hand slammer. Missed it. Streaking out Rajah Bell. Long pass up the floor for the 2-hand jam. A lot of Suns fans here tonight. You can hear them cheering. Allen for 3. Knocks it down. So Allen comes there. The Sonics fans there. Much bigger voice. 8-point lead for the Sonics. Those Suns fans, of course, coming from Vancouver and Victoria, Canada. Got those tickets in advance to see Steve Nash, who's not here tonight. Sonics lead 53-39, 2:38 to play in the half. Lewis on the post, flattens Rajah Bell. Lewis upset, will walk over and just give a season ticket holder the ball. So here, just take that. Let me have some pizza, I'll give you the ball.
Yeah. Well, again, you know, we talk about Ray Allen and all things he does. Look how he sets his guy up. He has him thinking penetration, and he pulls up, pulls the trigger, makes it look so easy.
They say a family that plays together stays together, and one that walks apart just falls apart. So together we stand, divided we fall, united we form Voltron and take on all. Let's move. The second coming, the new beginning, the truth is speaking. You should listen. It's so glorious, victorious. We take what we want. We born warriors.
Dodge Caliber's versatility and great gas mileage make it perfect for a road trip. All the right features make it even better.
I'm gonna take this curse and use it against you.
This Friday, get ready to ride.
Nice bike.
Ghost Rider.
Something burning?
Rated PG-13. Opens everywhere Friday.
Ray Allen will be playing for Mike D'Antoni and the Western Conference All-Stars in Las Vegas this weekend. on Sunday, making his 4th straight All-Star appearance, 7th in his career.
You know, it's a tribute to Ray because the guy worked so hard all year long. He has all-star qualities. He comes to play every night. He's going to take you inside, outside, mid-range. He can pass the ball as well. He moves well without the ball. Ray does it all.
Allen tonight, 4 of 6, 12 points, 15 minutes of work. Sonics are very focused on the eve of the All-Star break. He mentioned early in the broadcast that these are tough games. The first game before, or last game before the All-Star break. Many players sometimes let their minds drift to what their plans are during the break. And in that first game, or first week coming back, sometimes difficult. Collison, nice feed from Rednauer, drives into the lane, laid it in, and he is fouled. And so Nick will head to the line.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's what we're talking about. The thing that's starting to happen now is Nick Collison and Wilcox, anytime any of the players penetrate, they start to roll to the basket. They're not standing on the outside anymore. This is why they're getting these kind of opportunities. We got 4 Sonics right now in double-figure points.
Nick pops in the free throw, 13 points, 12 rebounds, 18 to shoot. 2:10 to play in the half. Banks, who hit his first 3 tonight, drills another. Banks now 4 for 6. He has 10 points coming off the bench. Sonics on top here by 15 points. Their largest lead has been 17 a moment ago. Allen backs down, turns, twist, fall away hopper. Nope. Rebound is Sean Marion. Pitches in front court to Bell, and now Banks with it. Banks fakes, drives into the lane. Oh, a circus shot for Marcus Banks from the belt buckle. A little backhand scoop and the contact. He'll go to the line.
Anytime you hear the whistle, don't stop. Keep following through with the shot, and Banks does it very well that time. Now he has an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Banks averaged 18 a game in his last year at UNLV. And knocks down the free throw.
You know, Kevin, this is a great opportunity for him with Nash out, because they need to find someone that they can put in behind Nash. And this young man may be just that guy.
Played 81 games his first 2 years with Boston. Got a lot of run, but played just 58 last year between Boston and Minnesota. Getting a chance here now. Barbosa, look at hit streak down the floor. Banks for the layup. So Marcus Banks comes up big. 15 points off the bench for Banks.
Well, that's something that they do very well, Phoenix. In that time, they were real good at stealing the ball, helping out, and then accelerating up the court and getting an easy layup for a teammate.
7-0 Phoenix run. Rednauer down the left side of the alley. Sends up a running feather touch shot.
Seattle has to continue to go to the basket because they can score on this team. Don't settle for outside shots, which they're not doing. And that's what's making this game really exciting.
Sonics by 12 outside. Bell will take it, drive it, switches right to left hand, laying it in. Now the Suns finding lanes to the basket. Allen coming off the pick, double clutches. What a fight that was by Ray Allen to Nick Collison. How did he zero in on him? Radar love.
Well, I tell you, good spacing created that. Seattle had great spacing. Anytime you have spacing like that, you're going to get someone open. And Phoenix comes right back down the court and turns the table doing the same thing.
They're getting into the paint now to close a 17-point lead to 10. And the Sonics call a 20-second timeout with 21 left to play here in the half.
Well, Phoenix will not quit on you, okay? They're not a team that does that because they believe they can shoot their way back into the game. So Seattle has to maintain its intensity, maintain its focus, keep going to the basket. They show that they can control the boards. You do that, you got a chance to run. Look at this play right there. Ray sees the floor so well. You know, his passing never gets enough credit because his shooting is so outstanding. But great play there to Nick Collison. Right here, Phoenix, great screen and roll. And I tell you, Marion can get to the basket as quick as anybody.
60-50 count. Sonics on top. Look at the second quarter numbers. Suns 13 of 24. Sonics 10 of 9. But clearly the Suns now finding a way to get to the rim, Lenny. That's a little disturbing.
Yeah, and because that's a weakness of Seattle is that you can penetrate and get to the basket. So right now Seattle's got to show a little fervor. They got to be ready, especially when they come out that third quarter.
The Sonics lead by 10 with possession. They can dribble out the clock with 8. Rednour with 7 makes his move into the lane, drops it off to Collison. A lean score, and is fouled and will go to the line. And again, they find Nick around the rim for 17 points and 12 rebounds.
That's a great two-man game. I mean, Luke read it all the way, and right there, great pass to Collison, who doesn't hesitate, and that's why he has a chance to get a three-point play. Nick's got 17 points, 12 rebounds on 8 for 11 from the field.
And knocks down that free throw. The Sonics up 13. Watch Barbosa go. Head down, shoulder lean. Trying to get to the cup of the lane. He banked it in at the buzzer. That is an outstanding play by one of the quickest men over 94 feet at the professional level, including the guy right there, Steve Nash. Barbosa with tremendous straight line speed. Watch him go.
Well, I tell you, this guy is so quick. I mean, they get the ball in, and before you realize it, he's down the court.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer, remodeling, refinancing, or buying a second home, KeyBank offers home loan options and terms to meet the special needs of all kinds of home buyers, including you. Visit your local Key Center or contact Key to arrange an initial free consultation.
The President of the United States.
President's Day only comes once a year, and to celebrate, GMC has a commanding offer. 0% financing on almost every 07. Like 0% for 60 months on the Sierra Classic. Hurry, 5 days only, then this term ends. See your participating Northwest GMC dealers by February 20th.
Right now at 24 Hour Fitness, lose up to 10 pounds in 5 weeks for $55. That's 5 sessions with a personal trainer and a whole new you for $55. Come on, you know you wanna.
No one ever said, I wish I hadn't gone to the gym today.
FSN, where Sonics fans come first.
Tonight on the FSN Final Four presented by DirecTV, the Pistons look to continue their 7-game winning streak as they take on the up-and-down San Antonio Spurs. The Florida Gators try to remain unbeaten at home as they mix it up with SEC rival Alabama in Gainesville. Plus, the Red Wings and Stars go toe-to-toe in Dallas in a Texas-style NHL shootout. All that and more tonight on the FSN Final Score.
The game is on. Learn to play the horses and play for free. TVGFree.net. Learn from horse racing experts.
Let me help you pick a winner.
Challenge the leaderboard and compete to win valuable prizes every day. Go to TVGFree.net right now. And they're off. Get in the game. It's fun. It's free.
One final surge.
Pick the winner.
They're coming down to the finish.
Learn from the pros. Play to win. TVGFree.net.
Lead is 11. The Sonics took a lead early and haven't given it up. Welcome to the Jack in the Box halftime report. Matt Morrison along with assistant coach Ralph Lewis. And it looks like the energy on this final game going into the All-Star break has really jumped up a little bit.
Yeah, it has. We got a lot of guys playing well, and we scored a lot of points, and we got to continue that in the second half.
Nick Collison in particular, another big game against the Suns. He had a big one the last time out, and he's just on fire.
Yeah, he's really playing well. He has been for the last 10 games. But early in the first quarter, he got a lot of second-chance opportunities that kept us going in the first quarter.
Lots of good hustle from Nick. He's got 17 points. Thanks, Ralph. The Sonics leading it by 11 points as they go to the second half. We'll have more on the Jack in the Box halftime report right after this.
I own a small office supply store, but I got a big plan, thanks to Jack. Chapter 6, Premium Products. Jack says surprise your customers with something unique. He does it with ciabatta burgers, sandwiches, and salads. Me? I got this. Can you go close? Solid gold staple. This is how I become nuts. Nobody move.
Premium Products. From the guy who wrote the book.
I'll work at that, bro. It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen.
You want to see it again the second it's over. The Prestige. Only on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday, February 20th.
People could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance by switching to Geico. It says here, new customers report average annual savings of over $500.
Easy money.
Easy money. You do have to go to geico.com.
Which is like what? Asking you to stand up? Hello there, you know, if you stand up, you could save loads of money. I doubt you're going to be like, no thanks, I'm so rich, I think I'll keep my seat.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
It's not simply the snow itself that's hazardous, but rather the unexpected ways it chooses to fall. The Lexus ES350 with vehicle stability control. See your Puget Sound Lexus dealer.
The industry's friendliest star has just arrived to officially open the newest Money Tree branch.
Thought he'd be a lot taller.
But he's so much cuter in person.
Hey, hi, thanks for coming out. How you doing? Good to see you. Where you from? Me too. Welcome to Money Tree. This branch is now open.
Did he say they're open right now?
Wow, that's way later than banks.
Check cashing, payday loans, and more. Money Tree.
Bunnies. Boxing. In the party of the year at Hef's Place. It's the best damn fight night live from the Playboy Mansion presented by Virtual Fighter 5. Featuring heavyweight contender Tony Thompson versus Timur Bragimov. And Olympic medalist Andre Durrell looking to stay undefeated. It's your VIP pass to the boxing event of the year. Live from the Playboy Mansion. Friday on FSN.
Nice bike. Story goes that he'll be normal during the day, but at night, in the presence of evil, the rider takes over.
Oh, what a shot that was by Allen.
On February 16th.
We have this red chopper. It was all flames and stuff. His face was a skull, and it was on fire. It was an edge look, but he totally pulled it off.
Ghost Rider.
You're freaking me out.
Rated PG-13.
Not only is Ray Allen on fire, the Sonics are on fire. An 11-point lead here at Key Arena against the first-place Phoenix Suns. Welcome back to the Jack in the Box Halftime Report. A program reminder, this Sunday night at 10 o'clock, an exclusive interview with Ichiro brought to you by Wajimaya. Access to Ichiro like never before in this exclusive. The 6-time All-Star and 6-time Gold Glove winner opens up about the game he loves, what drives him, and what he misses most about the Japanese leagues. Don't miss this Ichiro interview on FSN Sunday at 10 p.m. Jack in the Box Halftime Report returns right after this.
When riding in California,
there are a few rules you should keep in mind.
If you invent it.
You name it.
The corduroy is not to be cruised,
but shredded,
orbited,
pounded into submission.
Always bring your sunscreen
and your party hat.
But the most important rule is
the rules don't apply.
After all, this is California.
Find yourself in California. Fly Southwest Airlines from Seattle to California for just $79 or $99. Only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
This lush expanse of green does more than beautify our world. Trees help clean the air of carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas. As North America's largest recycler, last year alone, Waste Management recycled enough paper to save over 41 million trees. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green. Think Waste Management.
We're America's largest refiner, and some of the vehicles we fuel don't travel on roads. For those that do, we make some of the cleanest gasoline on the planet, and every drop is performance guaranteed. And our employees contribute over 200,000 hours a year in our communities. We know you probably don't think about these things when you think of Valero. That's okay, just as long as when you do think of us, you think of this. Valero, the energy to take you anywhere.
Beautiful.
We're about to see some very difficult combinations. Oh!
That's gotta hurt.
She's back up. Oh!
She's gonna feel that one in the morning.
And lifting up.
Oh!
What was he thinking?
Yeah, looks like he's thinking Arby's. Like our delicious French dip, freshly sliced oven-roasted beef on a toasted French roll with a side of hot savory au jus. So tasty, it'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
This is the place I want to live.
There's something special about this part of the country. We care about the environment, and so does Toyota, with the latest in hybrid technology. Choose from a great selection of Toyota Priuses, now in stock. At 60 miles per gallon, it's easy to see why Prius is America's best-selling hybrid. And now, for the first time ever, you can get any new 07 Prius with 0% financing. And be sure to ask about a special tax credit now on Prius. For great deals on other great cars, log on to Toyota.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Sonics leading 63-52 halfway. The Sonic passing has been outstanding. Welcome back to the halftime report brought to you by Jack in the Box. Sonics moving the ball rapidly, Lenny, to begin this game.
They really have, and they're moving it with a purpose. They're taking care of it. They're not turning the ball over. So what happens when you move the ball that well, people get easy opportunities.
Nick Collison picking up where he left off back on January the 9th. Getting after the Phoenix Suns. He had 29 and 21 the last time they played. He's already at a double-double in this one.
Well, I tell you, he's alert. He's up on his toes. Missed shots, he's tracking the ball. And that's what you have to do. Nick has 18 points tonight, 12 rebounds, but 5 of them are offensive boards. And actually 7. And field goals. He's 8 for 11. 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
And the Sonic bench, Lenny, has had an impact in this first half.
Well, it really has. Beginning with Earl Watson. He's come out. They went under the screen with a lot of poise and patience. He knocks down the shot right there. Again, Damian Wilkins, real patience here, sets his man up, scores. And Damian does other things. He can defend you. He'll rebound. He'll run the floor.
Rashard Lewis playing his 3rd game since the 22-game absence with a dozen here halfway through as the Sonics lead by 11.
Now every Chevrolet comes with something other vehicles don't. Great memories. Because now until February 28th, when you buy or lease any new Chevy car, truck, or SUV, you'll receive a certificate for a 4-day cruise, valid for 2 guests on Carnival Cruise Lines. Get any Chevy, get a cruise. Plus, for 7 days only, buy almost any 07 Chevy and get 0% APR financing. Offer ends February 20th. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealers or visit us at northwestchevydealers.com.
Business is a jungle. When your communications company ignores you, hidden dangers become real. Quest responds to your technology needs with complete network data and voice solutions, so a threatening landscape can quickly be transformed. Get Quest. Get nimble. The choice of 95% of Fortune 500 companies.
So, you love great seafood? Come to Old Country Buffet for 3 from the sea. Try savory crab cakes, buttercrumb Alaska pollock, and sweet orange shrimp, along with dozens of other dishes, beverages, and tasty desserts, all for one low price. Sound good? Then swim on over. 3 from the sea, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, only at Old Country Buffet. And don't forget, Saturday and Sunday mornings, we've got all your hot, delicious breakfast favorites.
FSN is giving you access to Ichiro like never before in this exclusive and rare interview.
How do you deal with the losing?
The 6-time All-Star and 6-time Gold Glove winner opens up about the game he loves, what drives him, and what he misses most about the Japanese leagues.
Would you ever play in Japan again?
Don't miss the Ichiro interview on FSN presented by Wajimaya Sunday at 10.
Sunday, the rules will be broken. Iconic predators will fight for their lives, threatened by outsiders, their environment, and arch enemies, because even the invincible are vulnerable. On Planet Carnivore. Sunday on the National Geographic Channel. Dare to explore.
Tune in to the 2007 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Las Vegas, Nevada. All access, all day, all night, all weekend, all NBA All-Star. Watch February 16th through the 18th.
63-52, Sonics leading the Phoenix Suns at half here in Seattle. And tonight's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 176 countries and abroad ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. And we welcome you, along with Lenny Wilkins, a veteran, Kevin Calabro on hand, the Sonics getting double figures from 4 players. Collison 18, Lewis 12 apiece, and Watson with 10. The Suns led by Marcus Banks, coming off the bench at 13 minutes to score 15 on 6 of 8 shooting. Now I know you were in Fort Lee in Virginia.
Yes.
And did you go overseas?
No, I didn't. The general at Fort Lee, Virginia, at Petersburg, talked me into playing for the post team.
Talked you into playing for the post team?
Yeah. So
twisted your arm a little bit?
It kind of twisted my arm. And I didn't want any bad duty. So I agreed, like a good soldier, to entertain the troops and play for Fort Lee.
Good man. Rashard Lewis is back in action, and he has a deal for you. Buy the Spurs game on March 25th and the Rockets game on April 9th for $100. And Rashard will treat you to a third game with the Clippers on March 1st for free. Call 206-283-DUNK before the end of the third quarter to get Rashard's deal of the game. March 25th, the Spurs, Rockets on April 9th, and the Clippers on Rashard March 1st for $100. 206-283-DUNK. Our crack sales staff awaiting your call. They're friendly, they're efficient, and if you ask them, they'll give you the joke of the day. It's true. Wilcox on a high-low from Collison, coming across the middle like a freight train. Just stamped that one with the right hand and the foul.
Well, he set a screen, and when they looked to help off of the screen, Wilcox rolled to the basket. And this is the way you want to see the team start the third quarter. Come out, be aggressive, go right at them.
Sonics held a lead the last time they were in Phoenix. It's 60 points at half, and we're up 2. And then the Suns went on a 12-2 run to begin the third and completely took the Sonics out of what they wanted to do. Of course, the Suns that night had Steve Nash. And believe me, they are a different team with Steve Nash. Here's Stoudemire, had it deflected away by Rednauer. Good play. Picked up off the floor by Lewis. Allen now will handle. Sonics have forced 9 Suns turnovers. Rednauer, deep jumper. Nope. Stoudemire leaps to get the rebound. His 6th recovery of the night. Barbosa, the point guard of record, dribble handoff to Bell. Outside a deep 2. Wilcox snatches that one with the right hand. His 3rd recovery of the night. Not only is Nash out for the Suns tonight, Boris Diaw out as well. He means 5 assists a game. He is #1 in the league among power forwards and centers in assists. Lewis for 3. No. Collison is held by Stoudemire, and a foul on Amari Stoudemire, whose frustration is showing now in his battle down there with Collison. He has had a very difficult time trying to handle Collison.
Well, that's great position by Collison. He held his position. He didn't let Stoudemire get in front of him, and the only thing that Stoudemire could do was grab him. Seattle needs to continue to separate, you know, in this quarter, because guys like Rashard Lewis has probably got the freshest legs out there on the floor. So you need to involve him, let him get going as well.
Lewis hooks it cross court to Rednauer, drops a little. Wilcox has Jones on it. Crystal back in, but trying to kick it to the point. It's intercepted by Barbosa. Sonics with 10 turnovers. Marion passes up a 10-footer for another 10-footer. Mr. Wilder. Rebound to Bell. Turn around Hopper. Hit the back rim and rolled in. Well, that's too bad. They had to stop on Marion, but as they scattered, the rebound came to Bell. The Sonics on top 65-54. Suns won in overtime at Portland and then lost at home to Atlanta, when Joe Johnson, the former teammate, gave him 32. And then the Chicago Bulls beat them handily at US Airways Arena as well. So coming into tonight's play, over the last 3 games, they are 1-2. The foul on Wilcox is 4th foul. And all those games, of course, played without Steve Nash, who's out with inflammation of the right shoulder.
Well, you can't get, turnover happy. Not now. You got to take care of the ball. Got to keep separating. Keep control of this game.
Lewis, terrific job, Lenny, to sense that penetration and kick. Picked it off on the wing, playing the passing lane. 17 to shoot. Allen on the handoff straight away. Bingo. Zeroed in that three-pointer and has 17 on the night. Make it 15, beg your pardon. Barbosa for 3. He misses. Rebound tugged out of there by Amari Stoudemire. Holds defenders at bay with elbows. Cross court. Jones rips it. James Jones out of Miami.
Well, I tell you, Phoenix is continuing to look for the outside shot. Occasionally, if they can get to the basket, they'll go. But they're very comfortable with taking that outside opportunity.
Lewis with a tough fader out of the corner. Stoudemire the rebound. The Suns quickly pitch it to Bell. Fakes left, cuts right into the lane of the glass. Left it short. Collison for the rebound. Rednar on the push. Runs to the resistance. In the air, the push shot off the left foot is good.
No shot blockers out there. Take it to the hoop. I love to see that. That's the way they should be pushing that ball. And if you don't have anything, you can go to early offense. But you got to match up on this end. Don't start giving up three-point opportunities.
Jones had a game last year, the Phoenix Suns, against the Sonics. Good pickup. Coming from the Indiana Pacers as a free agent last year, when the Suns won 54 games with Stoudemire just playing 3 of those. Allen one-on-one of Bell. They open up the floor. Drives it, makes contact, no whistle, missed the shot. Stoudemire the rebound, outlet midcourt to Barbosa, to Bell, great pass. Marion at the rim for the slam, and that looked like the Phoenix Suns. Sonics lead by 8.
Well, I'll tell you, Roger Bell has developed into an outstanding player. You know, I mean, when he first came in the league, people were wondering if he's going to be able to make it. Now he can play just about anywhere he wants to. He is tough on defense, and he's smart on the offensive end. You see right here, great bounce pass to the low post, and Marion gets an easy layup.
8-point Sonic lead with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And not only Bell doing it on the offensive end, defensively had the assignment on Allen, but Ray nonetheless fighting through for 15 tonight.
Wow, $10.
You better put that in a safe place.
Okay.
With its 5-star front and side impact crash test ratings, the Dodge Grand Caravan is a great place for all your precious cargo. Now get $4,000 cash allowance on Dodge Grand Caravan. Discover America's hottest products at your Dodge dealer.
Need some assistance there, ma'am?
On February 23rd,
Don't hate, lady.
Reno's finest are hitting the big screen.
You guys are smart guys, right?
No, we're not.
Reno 911 Miami, the movie. Rated R, only in theaters.
Feed your inner Baja and turn up the taste at Taco Del Mar. Try our new made-to-order Mondo platters, only at Taco Del Mar.
The Nissan National Sales Race is on. We're in a race to sell 100,000 Nissans in one single event. That means record-breaking deals on high-performing Nissans. Now save $2,500 with a value truck package and cash back. 100,000 Nissans in one event. So, ladies and gentlemen, get to your Nissan dealer now and start your savings.
Well, third quarters have been problematic for the Sonics during the course of the year. Here, 4 minutes into the third period, the Suns starting to make a run. They have crawled to within 8.
Well, and that's why it's a good timeout. Stop, take momentum away. You know, last time in their last meeting, the Sonics led 60-58, and the Suns went on a 12-2 run. We don't want that tonight, okay? In this quarter, we started out pretty good. Right there, great play between Nick Collison and Wilcox, and you know, so we got to maintain the momentum. Can't let them back in the game.
9 to shoot for Rednour. Flares a pass to Lewis. They double him. Out to Luke. Drives. Great pass in there to Wilcox. It may have been a little too hot and underthrown. Wilcox off the mitts. Loses it out of bounds. Third turnover in the quarter. 8-point Sonic lead. Stoudemire on the elbow. Surveys the seam. Gives to Barbosa. The step back. Good. Uh-oh, here they come. Suns now have found some momentum. They are within 6.
I tell you, you know, he has developed into some kind of player. You know, he might be one of the most improved. But Ray Allen comes back and answers with a three-pointer. Go under the screen on him, and he's going to light it up.
4 tonight, Lenny, from 3 for Allen, who's 6 for 10 overall, has 18. Again, they go to the elbow on the high post. Stoudemire will turn and look. Not a great passer. 11 to shoot. He'll give to Bell. Drives to the glass. Nope. Stoudemire on the follow. Finger tipped it up and in.
Got to block off. If people go to help you, someone's got to come help them.
Allen another 3. Dancing off. Stoudemire on the rebound. 10 and 10 tonight for Amari. The other way. Rajah Bell actually played with Steve Nash for 2 seasons when he was in Dallas. Lenny mentioned he's been around the block, played in the International League, played initially for the Philadelphia 76ers, attended Boston University, then transferred to Florida International down in Miami where he grew up. Suns bring it bounds with 13 to shoot. Barbosa swings it over to Jones, adjusts and fires. Long rebound tipped by Marion, controlled by Wilcox. Allen had a hand in that one, just getting a piece of it to get it away from Marion. Rednour on 3. The Sonics have suddenly gone 3 happy with a 7-point lead and 6:14 to go in the third. So they missed their last 2 coming down the floor. Phoenix. And that's chancy. When Allen's out there and he's hot, that's a good thing. But if not, it's a long rebound to a team that loves to run out.
That's right. And you got to have good execution because, you know, you got this team going the way you want them to. Make them have to defend. You take a quick three-pointer, it lets them off the hook.
Stoudemire dancing into the middle with footwork, switches right to left hand. And Wilcox may have got a hand on that. Collison wrestles the rebound away. Squirts to Wilcox and the Sonics on the run. Suns are doing a better job with their transition defense here in the third. They're much more conscious of the Sonics' ability to run. Lewis and Barbosa double. Allen fakes the 3 and draws Marion onto him for the foul.
Well, that time was good execution by Seattle because they were going to go screen and roll with Luke and Richard to try and get Richard on the block. And then if they come double team, swing the ball. Marion really tracked that ball with Ray not to let him get an opportunity at a 3-point.
7-point Sonic lead, 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Lewis in low to Wilcox at perfect post position. Missed the shot over Jones. Collison slamming with Stoudemire at the rim for the rebound. But a loose ball foul is going to be called on the Sonics. And is on Chris Wilcox. That is the 4th on Chris.
Well, Chris is being very physical out there, very aggressive. You know, he's got Jones, so Jones don't want to go after the rebound. But, you know, that might be a good foul other than the fact that now he has his 4th personal foul. And when you pick up a 4th foul this early in the second half, you got to go to the bench.
And in will come Johan Petro. Barbosa will trigger. Nope, Jones lands with a rebound. Suns down at the rebound against 28-26. What did Lenny say his key was? The #1 key at the beginning of the game, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Rebounding, said the coach. Marion the other way. Roundhouse hook over Collison. Petro pulls it down. He was just hammered. Here comes Rednour with it. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third. Allen freezes Bell with a shake. Bell recovers. Allen isolated on Bell. Backs turns, trying to muscle by. Bings and hits. Hey, what a play. 20 for Ray.
Well, you get Ray on that elbow there by himself. If no one comes right away, I would say his chances of scoring about 80 to 90%.
Stoudemire jump stop, powers up a shot in the paint. Amari with a bucket. 12 and 11 for Stoudemire, the All-Star. Racing in, Lewis fakes and drives and had it detached from him from behind by James Jones. Out of bounds, Sonic ball.
Well, Stoudemire makes a real power move right here. You're going to see they swing the ball around. He goes in, makes contact with Petro, bounces him off, and is able to still make the shot.
On the inbounds, Rednauer circles from 15 feet. He'll release. Allen trying to save it, pumps it in midcourt, chancy play, grabbed by Lewis. He picks it, he drives, gives to Petro, stumbling to the wall, he finds Lewis with a two-handed slam. Now that's an awkward play by Petro, and the Suns are up off the bench saying he walked, but there's no call. Sonics by 9.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Rashard Lewis stayed in the area.
Stoudemire to the middle. Leaning on Petro, and a foul as Petro got body on him. And it puts Stoudemire at the line.
Well, I tell you, Rashard Lewis, we talk about him being so alert out there with the fresh legs. Right here, look at this pass he gives him. And he stays there because Petro has difficulty in controlling that ball.
9-point Sonic lead, 3:57 to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
President's Day only comes once a year, and to celebrate, GMC has a commanding offer. 0% financing on almost every 07. Like 0% for 60 months on the Sierra Classic. Hurry, 5 days only, then this term ends. See your participating Northwest GMC dealers by February 20th.
The world spins on an axis of 23 degrees. Caesar was stabbed 23 times. Kurt Cobain, born 1967, died 1994. The invasion of Iraq began on March 20th, 2003 at 2:30. The date 9/11/2001. 2 divided by 3 equals .666.
So what is 23?
On February 23rd, keep telling yourself.
The number. What does that mean?
It's just a number. The number 23. Rated R. Starts February 23rd.
Experience giddy uppings. Explore precision steerology. Embrace safety all overness. Introducing a new kind of crossover vehicle, the highly enlightened Kia Rondo. Welcome to Rondoism.
Sonics basketball on FSN brought to you by Lexus, the all-new LS, unprecedented. Visit allnewls.com and by Money Tree, your cash solution. At Key Arena with 3:57 to play in the third. The Sonics lead the Suns 77-68. Nick Collison, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Time now for a Ford bold move of the game. The Sonics have got to stay tough and turn away this Phoenix run here in the third, Lenny.
That's right, and capitalize on opportunities like this here. So that was a great Ford bold move. The Sonics in the third quarter, they've dropped down to 6 rebounds to Phoenix 11. So Phoenix is starting on the upswing again. And you've got to stop that. You've got to control and not let them get inside or get back in this game. The hustle board tonight, second chance points. Phoenix 13 to Seattle's 15. Points in the paint, very close. Phoenix 26, but Seattle has the edge of 30. Rebounds are 28 to 28. So Seattle is hanging in there on the boards, but I think that you can't let Phoenix start to run away from you.
Stoudemire 14 points, 11 rebounds. He's garnered 7 of the 11 Phoenix rebounds in the quarter. Allen leaning to his left, off balance. Raja Bell gave him a bump. Didn't matter. Allen was locked in. 23 for Ray. His 5th three-point of the night. Barbosa comes back. He answers with a three-point shot of his own. And Barbosa now has hit 3 threes.
Well, you've got to cover both players. You know, it's amazing because Phoenix doesn't double team that much, and they didn't double team on that screen. You see where Stoudemire is. He's way back. So he's trying to protect against the drive to the basket.
Allen beneath the rim finds Wilkins for a mid-range Jimmy straight away. Nothing but cotton. 3:05 left third quarter. Sonics 82. Suns 73. Banks draws Wilkins up on it. Works off a Stoudemire screen. Petro steps out. They played good defense, Lenny, but then just kind of got an arm bar on Banks for the foul. That's his fourth.
Yeah, and that's something he can't do. You know, if you step all the way in front of him and contain the area, then if he comes into you, you'll get the call. But right here, you're going to see all Ray needs is a half a step. We talk about it all the time. He makes it look so easy.
Allen now 8 of 13, 23 points. And 5 3-point shots. Stoudemire, along with Marion, Bell, Barbosa, and Banks on the floor with 8 to shoot. Andre Brown is coming for Petro, defending Marion, feeding to Bell in the paint, out to Banks for the flip. Nope, Allen sails over to grab the rebound. Allen turns the corner on a Collison screen, jump pass to Earl, 16 to shoot. Collison sets a solid screen on Banks.
Well, they got a mismatch right now. You got Stoudemire out on Ray Allen, so somebody's going to be open.
Skip pass to Wilkes. Wilkins missing the jump shot. Barbosa on the run from Marion, missing the lane. Good defense supplied by Watson to throw him off. Just a hair. Allen, second man through. Collison powers to the rack, double pumps and scores. And Stoudemire is visibly upset. He picks up his third foul. He's had a dickens of a time again tonight with Collison, just as he did back in the second week of January.
Well, that was a great pass by Ray Allen. And what happens is that the first guy draws attention. That was Brown. And he stopped. He should have kept going. And now here comes Dick Collison behind. Usually the lane is wide open. Collison, 20 points, 13 rebounds. He's playing great. He picked up where he left off the last time they played Phoenix.
Well, 9 of 12 from the field, including a jump shot that ended the first half. It caught front rim, back glass, front rim, and then rolled around and in. Been that kind of night for him. Straight away three. Barbosa's offering is off the mark. Brown with a rebound, and the Sonics leading 84-73. Cruise down the floor with a minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Wilkins picks up the dribble, and he's kneed and fouled. It's on Barbosa, the second on the Brazilian. And the Suns over the limit. That will send Wilkins to the line. The Sonics got into an 8-man rotation on Sunday against the Sacramento Kings, and it worked beautifully. And after the game, Bob Hill said that we are going to have to shorten the rotation, and he has done so tonight. The lone exception being Brown and Petro sneaking in there to share 18 minutes, 9 between them, primarily because Wilcox was in early foul trouble. Wilkins hits the free throw. So the Sonics have played 9 guys, Lenny.
Yeah, well, that 8-man rotation, though, is very good because those guys are all contributing. Guys like Watson, Damian Wilkins, Petro coming off the bench. And, yeah, every now and then you can slip a guy like Brown in there. So that there is good. Good players being out there learning to play and groove off of one another.
Stoudemire one-on-one on Collison. Tremendous ball fake. Nick couldn't resist. He took that step, and then Amari was by with the flush. 16 for Amari. He and Collison really having a battle out there. Keep your eye on those two with a minute 15 remaining here in the third. Stoudemire isn't thinking ahead to the All-Star break. He is exerting all his physical force here tonight and battling Nick Collison. To the line goes Ray Allen now. Allen fouled by Raja Bell. That is the second on the Raja. (87-75). The Sonics have led by as many as 17. Suns' largest lead has just been a bucket, 2 points.
Well, you know that Nick Collison and Stoudemire are both excellent players on the low block. Both of them can score. Now watch, Collison right now. He's going to be in a help position. Next time he recovers, but they're looking to go down low. And right there, And you see, great position he held. He held his position. Now they had to make a tough shot. Seattle gets the ball, gets out quickly, and they look to get it up court.
Ray Allen, who has 12 of his 25 in the corner, lines up. And he hits! Oh! Wicked crossover in the open floor. And a deep two over his nemesis, Raja Bell. A 15-point Sonic lead.
Great setup, great crossover. Had Bell going to the basket, stepped back, made a great shot.
Marcus Banks, little hesitation, Jitterbug. The up and under reverse. Nice play. Crafty move by Banks.
Banks may be earning himself some minutes, Coach, because when Nash comes back, if they need to give him a rest, right now, this kid showed that he can play a little bit.
Banks was 17 on 7 of 10 shooting in 17 minutes. Off the screen, Watson. Drew Stoudemire to him, hands to Allen. A step back, snugs in another one. Ray Allen is on fire with 16 of his 29 garnered here in the third quarter. The Sonics lead by 15. Bell will pull up. He misses. Rebound to Collison. And the Sonics now will have Allen releasing from midcourt, and that nearly went in. And it was that kind of third period for the All-Star. Ray Allen, 16 of his 29 in the third to fight off the Suns' challenge and hold a 15-point lead.
Well, Ray Allen is leading the way. Watch how he comes off of the screen. He's always ready. Right there, he gives him a fake. He can't get back in time. And you give Ray Allen that kind of look, he's going to make the basket.
Whether you're a first-time home buyer, remodeling, refinancing, or buying a second home, KeyBank offers home loan options and terms to meet the special needs of all kinds of home buyers, including you. Visit your local Key Center or contact Key to arrange an initial free consultation.
It's not simply the snow itself that's hazardous, but rather the unexpected ways it chooses to fall. The Lexus ES350 with vehicle stability control. See your Puget Sound Lexus dealer.
You're watching FSN, where Northwest fans come first.
A new era of poker has arrived.
This dome behind us is the most state-of-the-art poker table.
MansionPoker.net presents the Poker Dome Challenge.
It's do or die, basically, on this hand.
Every week, the tension mounts.
His heart rate could have gone any higher.
Until the final table comes together and a champion emerges. The series continues Sunday on FSN.
Calabro. Yeah, what do you got? Okay, 77 high angle teeter. 54 kick response. A 27 confined space. Roger that. Hey, Chief. Chief! Go, 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 go! Ray Allen carried the Sonics, 17 of his 29 scored in the third quarter. Hit 6 of 9 from the field, including 3 three-point shots. 17 for Allen in the third. He's going to get a breather, albeit probably a short one.
Well, he certainly was the Quest spirit of service, and everybody is enjoying Valentine's Day here because of that man sitting right there. He's made it exciting for them tonight.
92-77 count. Just underway, and the Suns will bring it up. Marcus Banks along with Pat Burke, who's playing with 5 fouls. James Jones out there along with Sean Marion. Man, has Marion been quiet tonight. 8 points, 9 boards. Banks fires and misses. Collison's been anything but quiet. Allowed 20 points and 15 rebounds.
It's really great to see Nick playing like he is. You know, he's finally healthy again. Had a great training camp, and we just really felt that this young man would get going. Now he's showing that everybody's interested in his playing.
Earl off the elbow, strikes for 12 on the night with 5 assists, and he's been terrific, Lenny. 5 for 7 shooting for the Earl. That mid-range shot has never looked better.
No, and he's being smart. He's playing smart. You know he's a good defensive player. And right there, he gets the ball, he gets it out, gets it up court, finding people, and his shot selection has been outstanding.
Watson steers it the other way. 18 to shoot. 10:52 to go in the third quarter. Reaching in is Banks to jab it away, and it was last touched by Watson out of bounds. Phoenix ball.
Well, it was that play took too long to develop, and that gave the defense a chance to get in there and reach on the ball. So, you know, they need to execute that play a little bit quicker.
Sonics on a 14-4 run, giving the Suns a little something of what the Sonics have been experiencing this year, and that is being short-handed, getting hammered by the opponents. Without Diallo, without Kurt Thomas, without Nash. I mean, those are 3 starters out of your lineup. Sonics said, forget about feeling sorry for these guys and excuses. We want to hammer them. Wilkins trying to get off that shot. He beat the clock, throws an air ball out of bounds. Suns will take it, trailing by 17. Wilkins trying to get it back. D's up on Barbosa, and indeed Wilkins will get it back.
Well, that's where Damian has really helped. You know, the thing is, you don't always see in the box score the defense that's being played. But Damian comes in. With those guys off the bench, he's made his presence felt, and I like his whole attitude of how he's playing.
Earl Watson forced out of bounds by Marcus Banks. Foul on Banks' second.
Well, Seattle has a chance now to kind of push this game away. They're in control. They want to stay in control, but I think they can separate even a little bit more.
Here is Lewis working one-on-one on Pat Burke. He'll squeeze off the line jumper, and he nailed it. Lewis with a long, graceful, easy cast. 16 for Lou on a 16-4 Sonic run.
Now he got Burke out in that no man's land. Big centers don't want to come all the way out there and play it.
Operating now, Marcus Banks, double team. Watson denies the entry pass, tap back to Banks. Crossing over into the lane. Pumps it to Burke, checks his feet, and he walked with a basketball or stepped out of bounds in front of the Sonic bench, one or the other.
Got the ball, took 2 fucking steps. They called a 3-second call, I think, was on Jones.
Okay. Well,
boy,
Bob Hill convinced me. He was trying to sell a walk over there. I was buying. 9:48 to go in the game. Watson coming off the pitch. Dribble hand off to Wilkins. Here's the matchup. Lewis and Marion. They drive him out in the double. Kicks to Earl. 5 to shoot. Look body. Brown keeps it alive. Andre in the corner sends Jones sprawling, and a foul.
See, I like this move right now. Getting Wilcox back in, you know, getting Ray Allen back in the game. Because let's not give Phoenix a chance to get back in the game. Let's put it on them. And you're not trying to show them up, but you're trying to let them know that they can't get back in the game, that we got control over it, and we want to win this game. So keep them at bay. And getting Wilcox and Ray back in there, I think, speaks a lot to that.
3 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The Sonics leading 96-77. Jermaine Jones in the lineup now. To Stoudemire, cross-court pass to Marion, on to Barbosa, sinks a 3. Barbosa, 16 points on 6 of 16. The Suns are 7 of 17 from 3, 31 of 74 on the night, 41%. Barbosa's hit his 4th three-pointer. Allen off the screen for 3. That pitch off the heel of the iron. The long rebound grabbed by Banks up the floor again. To Barbosa. Banks fakes, mid-range shot, not even close. Brown with a rebound.
He's been smart in kicking that ball back to Bosa. And that's a hard thing to teach young players. Hey, Barbosa just hit a 3, okay? Find him. He was wide open at the top.
Lewis on the elbow, isolated on Marion, trying to shake him with a step back, and bingo. Boy, oh boy. Rashard Lewis back for his 3rd game after a 22-game absence with a ruptured sheath on a tendon in the shooting hand. He wore a glove on Saturday night against Sacramento. Didn't shoot the ball well. Took the glove off. And on Sunday against Sacramento was 7 of 19. Lewis tonight is 7 for 14 and is 18. Stoudemire, meantime, has dropped in 18 with 12 rebounds. Right now the club's exchanging buckets. That works to the Sonics' advantage. Up 16 with 7.5 minutes to go.
Well, that was smart basketball, getting Rashard Lewis down on the block of the mid-post because he is so effective here.
Allen off the screen, right up the middle. I mean, they were laying roses down there in the paint for Allen. He laid it in easily. 31 for Ray.
Yeah, there isn't anybody out there that's going to block his shot. You've got to go to the basket strong. Ray Allen showed how strong he can get to the hoop.
Up the floor, Watson on a Wilcox screen. Up top, Andre Brown. Laid it up and in. The pride of Leo High School in Chicago, Illinois. Andre Brown from that man, Earl Watson. Timeout call by the Suns. 6:58 to go in the 4th. Sonics now with a 20-point lead. And on their way, it looks like, to another win here on Valentine's night. We'll be right back in a moment.
Now every Chevrolet comes with something other vehicles don't. Great memories. Because now until February 28th, when you buy or lease any new Chevy car, truck, or SUV, you'll receive a certificate for a 4-day cruise, valid for 2 guests on Carnival Cruise Lines. Get any Chevy, get a cruise. Plus, for 7 days only, buy almost any 07 Chevy and get 0% APR financing. Offer ends February 20th. See your participating Northwest Chevy dealers or visit us at northwestchevydealers.com.
I'm the only one who can walk in both worlds. I'm Ghost Rider.
This Friday, the adventure begins. Far out.
You see my bike?
Ghost Rider, rated PG-13, opens Friday.
It's a college basketball doubleheader on FSN. The Bruins' pursuit of back-to-back conference titles is put to the test by an Arizona State squad gunning for the upset of the year. Plus, the surprising Cardinal look to stay in the hunt for the conference crown as they battle Oregon State. Pac-10 basketball doubleheader action tips off Thursday on FSN.
Sonics have a lead of 20 now with 6:58 to go in the 4th quarter, along with Lenny Wilkins, Kevin Calabro on hand. The Sonics did not allow that momentum at half to slip away. Predictably, the Suns went on a run to start the 3rd quarter, but Ray Allen scored 17 of his 31 in the 3rd, and that pretty well put the end to the Sonics uprising. Suns uprising.
The Suns uprising. And no question about it, Seattle was much more focused, much more intense, moving the ball, and certainly Ray Allen taking advantage of it. Rashard Lewis makes a huge difference. And if you look at the game summary, second chance points, Seattle 15 to Phoenix is 13. We talked about being on the boards. Seattle was on the boards 38 to 31. So Seattle understands this is how they have to play if you want to control this game.
Finishing time tonight here at the Key. Barbosa bouncing over to Stoudemire and leaning on him was Andre Brown, and a foul on Brown. The Suns will, after the All-Star break, have Steve Nash, Boris Diaw, and Kurt Thomas, we're told by Mike D'Antoni, where he expects anyway. Barbosa swinging around to Marion. Drives and kicks with a Barbosa into the lane. Hands to Banks to hit the rim. Somehow got off a shot. Hit rim. Rebound Stoudemire. The putback note. Marion cleans it up at the dish. Slams it down.
Yeah, that's too many opportunities at the basket. Sooner or later, Phoenix was going to score on that one. So But right now, Seattle, you know, keep your poise, keep going right there, keep going to the basket.
The long pass intended for Allen, broken up by Barbosa, out of bounds. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. The Sonics, after the All-Star break, will be here at home against the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday, the 20th, before heading down to New Orleans, San Antonio, coming back against Portland on Spencer Haywood's number retirement night. That is on February the 26th. Make sure to get your tickets to that one. A chance to see Brandon Roy and, of course, Spencer Haywood's number retired in the rafters here. And then the Sonics have a back-to-back set on the road against the Clippers, home and away on the 28th and on the 1st of March.
I'll tell you, you know, Spencer's number, that is much deserved to have his number retired and put up there. What a great player he was, and you know, he's excited about it. He's looking forward to it, and I'm really happy for Spencer. I think the fans will turn out and give him a, you know, a nice ovation.
Lenny, what were they doing to your number up there?
Well, you know, the uniforms that we played with back then were a little bit different than the ones.
The green banner.
It didn't have that green banner. So what they're going to do is make sure that Spencer's and mine reflect that era.
How many All-Stars did you play?
9.
And I bet you never got tired of it, did you?
No. Anytime you're playing with all the best players in the league, it's a great, exciting time. I enjoyed every bit of it. It was fun, and you know, everybody looks forward to it. If you're not an All-Star, yeah, you want to be home and have the time off.
Fairly competitive games, as you recall.
Oh yeah, they were very competitive. You know, and right from the start.
Here's Jermaine Jones missing a three. Chasing down the rebound is Wilcox. 5:34 to go in this ball game. That is now this is only my observation, but it seems like in the modern day All-Star games, to begin the game, it's wide open, guys showing their stuff, but particularly if it's a close game, as things start to tighten toward the end, you see folks really bending down and playing some tough defense, getting hard-nosed about things.
Yeah, and that's what it's become. You know, it's entertainment, it's a showcase, and so yeah, the first quarter, the second quarter, all the players that get in want to show their talent. But once you get into the second, it's more. Earl Watson keying everything out here for the Seattle, and with lots of energy.
People say when I grow up, I should be like my dad. My dad's food makes people happy.
Like his new sirloin steak and mushroom ciabatta with marinated sirloin steak, seasoned mushrooms, real provolone, and grilled onions on his famous ciabatta bread.
But I don't want to make steak sandwiches. I want to be a vegetarian. Vegetarians are the best. What I like most about vegetarians is when my dog hurt his paw, we took him to the veterinarian and he got all better.
Dodge Ram, the longest lasting, most durable line of full-size pickups. Now get up to $5,000 cash allowance on Dodge Ram 1500. Discover America's hottest products at your Dodge dealer.
To go, fourth quarter. Sonics leading the Phoenix Suns 103-84. We want to welcome in our Northwest audience that was watching a terrific basketball game played tonight at the University of Washington. Washington State Cougars. Tony Bennett's group continues to wow college basketball, ranked 10th in the country. A win over the Huskies tonight, 65-61. They sweep the Huskies for the second year in a row. Now, that was the highlight of last year's Washington State Cougar season. This year, maybe just a footnote, because they look more and more, Lenny, like a team that could go really far in the tournament. Oh, up top, Watson. Scraping the ceiling was Lewis for the two-hand slam on the oop. He has 20.
Yeah, we haven't seen that play in quite a while, but great pass there by Earl Watson. I'm talking about Washington State, you know, that's the first time ever to be ranked up there in the top 10. So, you know, you got to take your hats off to them. They're playing some great, great basketball.
Cross-court pitch. Allen to Lewis. Lewis at the far side, driving Sean Marks to the baseline. Finds Ray open for three. Ray has now had 15 games or 30 points or better this year. Is 31 tonight. Scored 17 in the third. Now we got a lot of wolfing going on between Wilcox and Rajah Bell. They call a double foul as those two were colliding for a rebound.
Yeah, you know, I hate the double fouls, because to me, I mean, call the culprit. You know, whoever it is, call it. Don't be afraid to make that call. But to me, a double foul is kind of a bailout.
Bell missing, and the rebound controlled by Ray Allen. Allen bouncing ahead to Collison. A little too far out ahead of him. Goes out of bounds. 14 turnovers for the Sonics. Matters a little because they hold a commanding 21-point lead. 4:18 to go in the ballgame.
Well, I tell you, Phoenix has got a lot of guys in, or the guys they can coming off the bench, but they don't have too many guys. But you're going to see Jalen Rose is about to come in. He hasn't played much, you know. Banks is in the game right now. He hasn't played a whole lot. Jermaine Jones, he hasn't played a whole lot. You know, so Sean Marks, he's in the game.
Lewis over Rajah Bell missing. Marks the rebound. Marks actually played for the Sonics, had a 10-day contract with them years ago. He's internationally from New Zealand, represent New Zealand in the Olympics. Here's Marks taking it to the rim and blocked by Collison. And a foul on Nick. Just the second on Collison. He has played 40 minutes. He's played magnificently with 20 points, 15 rebounds, and was just on fire in the first quarter when he had a near triple-double.
Well, I like that about Nick. You know, the thing is yeah, he's not in foul trouble, so we don't want him to do it, you know, like early in the first quarter. But I like his attitude that we don't give up layups. I mean, you know, Kevin, I don't ever believe that you wait until you get in the second half and towards playoffs that you don't give layups up. Never give layups up.
Make it a habit.
Yeah, make it a habit. Everyone get back on defense, and let's make the other team have to earn whatever they get.
He had 10 points and 8 rebounds in the first quarter, did Collison. The Sonics had 29 points in the third. Ray Allen had 17 of them. 17 of his 31 back there in that third quarter, where ordinarily the Sonics this year have had much difficulty. They sustained the effort in the third tonight. Wilcox will come out, 5 fouls. Petro will step in. 10 double-doubles on the year now for Collison. Phenomenal.
That's great. That just shows you how well he's playing.
Miguel Gilliball in the lineup now, bouncing to Nick up top for the two-hand slam. 22 and 15 for Nick. 107-86 Sonics. 3:04 to go in the ball game. Jermaine Jones will trigger a miss. Thomas' his own miss. Putback attempt. And Petro the rebound.
Well, Phoenix has written this one in. They, you know, I mean, that last time Marks went to help, Banks never even dropped back to help out him. So when you see that happen and the game seems to be on reach, the other team, they've taken the will away from Phoenix. Seattle has. So Phoenix knows that this game is over.
Timeout call on the floor with 2:46 left. And the score, the Sonics 107 and the Suns 86.
Want to save some money this year? Ask a financial planner how.
Insulate.
Carpooling, anyone?
Credit card interest. Ouch.
Where else can you cut expenses?
Your communication services.
Add up what you're paying for internet, cable TV, and phone.
Compare it with Quest.
You'll be wowed.
Wow.
Call 1-866-4BEST-FOR-YOU and get Quest high-speed internet, direct TV service, and digital voice, all for one low price. Smart choices. That's our spirit of service.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
President's Day only comes once a year, and to celebrate, GMC has a commanding offer. 0% financing on almost every 07. Like 0% for 60 months on the Sierra Classic. Hurry, 5 days only, then this term ends. See your participating Northwest GMC dealers by February 20th.
Paula Sela is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell her story, we hired that announcer guy from the movies.
When the storm hit, both our cars were totally underwater.
In a world where both of our cars were totally underwater,
We thought it would take forever to get some help.
but a new wind was about to blow.
With Geico, we had our check in 2 days.
Payback. This time, it's for real.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Sonics basketball on FSN is brought to you by your Northwest Chevy dealers. Stop by today or visit us online at northwestchevydealers.com. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Team Medicine from Virginia Mason, the official healthcare partner of the Sonics. Welcome back to Key Arena, where tonight the Sonics are dismantling the Phoenix Suns 107-86. 2:48 remaining in this game. Our Chevrolet storyline of the game. Sonics record for rebounding, or the Suns record when out rebounding the opponent, 19-0. Rebounds tonight, Phoenix 36, Sonics 42. Callison 22 points, 15 rebounds to lead Seattle. Dillaball misfires and Jones tips it out of bounds. It'll be Sonic ball.
Well, I tell you, Seattle came out and did what they had to do. I mean, you come off of a great game down in Sacramento. You come home, you're playing the #2 league in the team in the league. Even though they have people missing, you still got to come out and play. I thought Seattle did that very well tonight.
How many times have we seen teams in this league lose focus when their opponents are without key members of their team and slip and lose a ball game? Not tonight. Sonics took the suspense out of this thing in the third quarter. Petro with a 15-foot jumper adds on to a Sonics lead now at 23. Jalen Rose in the lineup. Bounce it over there to Barbosa, missing. Petro with the rebound. Chance for Petro and Jellaball on here, as well as Mike Wilkes. Feeded low to Petro, 10 to shoot. Jellaball one-on-one on Rose, backs and turns and found the arms of Jalen Rose. A longtime veteran from Michigan, picked up by the Suns for insurance purposes.
Good play by Jellaball. You know, the thing is that even though Jalen Rose is a great player and everything, he hasn't played. Okay, so he can't be in the kind of shape everybody else is. And when you're a young player like Jellaball, go right at him. Take him right to the hoop. That's what Jellaball did. Good move on his part.
You can see Rose breathing heavily out there. Maybe it's the humidity. Jellaball, second shot is good. 111.86 the count. A minute 38 remaining. All-Star festivities begin on Friday in Las Vegas, including Banks hits the shot, including Saturday, I'm told, when Dick Bavetta will square off against Charles Barkley in a sprint. Now, what I'm not clear on is it 94 feet or is it down and back? Because if it's down and back, my money is all over Dick Bavetta.
Yeah, mine too. If it's down and back, I'm with Bavetta. But if it's just a half court, I'm taking Charles.
You still think he's got some explosion?
I think for about a second.
Maybe, yeah. He'll beat him just on the fact that he's got a longer stride.
Right.
But what I'm fearful of, though, is that Charles is going to suffer a hamstring pull on national TV. That could be ugly. Here's Marks, the jumper. Nope. Jelaball the rebound. 55 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 111-88. I don't know if they've got that tied or not to charity, but that would be a great charity event.
I think so too, you know, and Charles he's so funny. He's a great guy. He was a heck of a player. That'll be funny. I mean, I'll want to see that.
Yeah, there's only one thing funnier, and that would be Charles' golf game. 111-88, 38 seconds to go in the game. Jalen Rose blocked by Mikhail Jelaball. Well, for the Phoenix Suns, a bit of humble pie before the All-Star break. And a reminder of just what Steve Nash means to the team, as well as Boris Diaw and Kurt Thomas in the lane, double pumping as Banks to lay it up and in. Remember, though, this Phoenix team is one that had winning streaks of 15 and 17 this year. I mean, just a remarkable first half of the season for the Phoenix Suns. And it's not been easy to get Amari Stoudemire back in the fold. I mean, they were successful without him last year. They won 54. At the break, they have won 39. Here's Wilkes for three. Bingo. Mike Wilkes knocks down the tray of the Sonics. 114-90. That'll be the final verdict as the Suns will dribble out the clock. The fans have been terrific tonight. They've been given quite an effort by the Sonics, who put 60 points on the board by half here tonight against the Phoenix Suns, and for the Suns, their largest margin of defeat this season. The final again, 114-90, the Sonics over the Suns. FSN Live from Key Arena in Seattle begins right now. Ray Allen, phenomenal, and he's 31 points tonight. 15 times he's been 30 or better this year. Scored 17 of his 31 in the decisive third quarter.
Well, this is a good way to end and go to the break on a win like that against a very good team. So I think that Seattle is going on all cylinders tonight, and certainly to me it was an extension of what they did in Sacramento. So that was really nice to see. If you look at Ray Allen, boy, I tell you, 31 points, 6 rebounds, you know, 5 for 9 3-pointers and 4 assists.
Let's head down. Pardon me, Lenny. Let's head down to Matt Morrison chatting with Ray Allen.
And he's heading off to Las Vegas with 2 straight wins. First of all, the decisive third quarter in this one. It seemed like when the Suns put the challenge on, you answered the call personally.
Not personally, it was a team effort out there tonight. That's a great thing. In the wins that we've had this year, you can see the difference in our losses because everybody stepped up and played well in our wins, and that's key.
You had a great inside play from Nick Collison tonight. Talk about what kind of contributions. I mean, he has certainly had a great stretch of games.
Yeah, and I think Nick has proven to the rest of the bigs on our team that you can go out there based on effort and hard work and do the things to make this team successful, because he's coming up with rebounds at times I don't think he should get, and he's getting them. And I think it's rubbing off on Weeds and it's rubbing off on Johan, so it definitely is making our team better.
Coming out with this final game before the All-Star break, you came out with a lot of energy, this team did. Was there a purpose to this one, knowing that you're going to have a few days off, not you personally, but the team?
Well, I think it's human nature. Whenever you know you're about to get a break, you tend to, your mind starts floating elsewhere, and that's one thing we focused on the last couple of days, is to focus on being right here, right now. And then what you do after the game and for the next 4 days, it's on you. So we did a good job of doing that tonight.
All right, Ray Allen, 31 points. Congratulations. Nice win for the Sonics tonight. He is off to Las Vegas in the All-Star game. We are off to break, but we'll be back with more from the college game. The Huskies and the Cougars doing battle at Heckett Arena. We'll have much more on the way when FSN Live returns.